My PhD was in neuroplasticity, and that was really, really helpful because I understand how the environment needs to be for a brain to either say, yes, I will rewire, or no, I'm not rewiring. And I'll give you an example of this. When I was doing my first lot of data collection and I had a deadline, because of lab availability, I didn't have capacity to test and train and do all these things one-on-one. I decided to do it in group sessions, purely for no other reason than if I didn't do that, I risked not having my data collected. And I found results that completely defied all the literature. So we had people from 60 to in their 90s participating in this because there was a belief in the literature that old people's brains were not as plastic. They couldn't change. In trying to understand why that was the case, the only conclusion I could reach is that they did it as a group and they built relationships. There was community. There was connection. There was consistency. If we grow up in a home where we feel seen, where we feel heard, where there's consistency, where our caregivers can be responsive to our needs, then we are rewarded socially and relationally through dopamine off the back of oxytocin. And so my only conclusion from the results of my own PhD work was that the oxytocin that must have been at play modulating dopamine in these people's brains just made it an absolute hit of neuroplasticity. It was just the perfect petri dish inside their head to be able to experience neuroplasticity.